I love this rally. I did it in 2017 with a guy called Nick Maris in a 240Z. And we were 10th and we had a really good rally. There was a lot of competition. By goodness, there's a lot of competition this weekend, isn't there?
We've managed to come almost last twice, so this time we're hoping to come, up the field a little bit. But I still have my regular top-class wife navigator with me. So, on general, we do cover several hundred miles more than most of the competitors.
The car is prepared, we are prepared, in a good mood.
We're ready for the mountains in the Mustang.
We love big cars. No car is big enough. We are ready. We train a little bit in the Swiss mountains, and so we are looking forward to do our best.
Well, it's a challenge for the driver and the navigator. We've got 10 days in the car, covering 3,500 to 4,000 kilometres. The contours of the roads, the topography of the roads, getting adventures from different terrains, I suppose. And there's some damn good navigators out there and very experienced drivers and a fabulous array of cars.
This year we had the inter-family competition. My son is also here with the Datsun and his navigator Søren, sister of Elise.
So I'm competing with Dan against his son and my sister. So it's going to be interesting to see who comes out on top.
And for the whole rally there are so many good competitors here, so many very good navigators. Everything is open, I think.
You've already survived a little incident this morning. Tell us about that.
Oh, yes, indeed. Well, I was just quietly trying to pour just a cup full of oil into my precious little car, and the wind came up the car park. It blew the oil all over the engine. It blew the oil over me, and on top of that, the bonnet blew down and whacked me on the head. So it wasn't a very successful morning, so I'm putting no more oil into it.
This is a fitting backdrop for the Bentley, isn't it?
Absolutely. I mean, part of Bentley's history is in this amazing place. I mean, you just see the bank track up there and you look at it and you think they were brave. Rumour has it that they could go fast enough and the banking was steep enough that they could take both hands off the steering and go round the banking. All four wheels were coming onto the ground, which just is phenomenal.
London to Lisbon has been one of our important events, actually the longest event on the Hero calendar. So, this is an event that was devised by John Brown to really give an opportunity for people to see pretty much a wide chunk of Europe. And people come from the continent all the way here to go exactly back to where they've probably travelled from.
A great event, Hero, a fantastic organisation. So yeah, wishing everybody luck on their journey.
Bentley running number one.
Absolutely, Bentley number one. That's what we like to see. Let's hope so in 10 days' time.
After a fairly bumpy ride on the ferry last night, we came into St Malo. 3 tough regularities in the Brittany countryside this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Good luck with the rally.
Fantastic hour-and-a-half lunch here at Loyac Museum, which is just probably one of the best automobile museums in the world.
Very fantastic collection of race and rally cars. Impressive, really impressive.
Is it galling for you that Mrs. Wignall is doing so well?
No, I'm very pleased that she's doing so well, and I hope she manages to win it. She takes it very seriously, and she's very good at it. And she was very pleased that she was quickest on the Brooklands test.
Only by 1 second, though.
Your husband is very, very proud of you and very pleased with how well you're doing.
Oh, I see. Oh, well, that's nice to know.
I wouldn't have mind beatering on that, I must admit.
We've got our money on you.
Oh, really? Well, that's nice to know.
Yeah, you've got to win it.
Well, I hope I don't disappoint, but I think it's a bit of a tall order.
Very, very early days. Nice to have made a good start. Right, so those 8 seconds are going to carry all that much weight in the end. So,
what is the secret of your success so far?
We've been a bit lucky with where the controls have been. We sort of more or less picked up. We're normally a bit rusty at the start. We've been a little bit better this time, but we have had one or two issues with our trips. I think once we get onto the speed tables, we could have an issue. So we'll enjoy it while the going's good.
3 tough regularities this afternoon, again through the lanes, and we're headed for Nantes. That's our overnight halt for this evening, and hopefully everyone will get a good rest tonight.
Thank you very much.
Bob, there's a lot of American competitors here on London-Lisbon. Why did you choose this event?
We chose this event because we had previously done the Scottish Malts, and my wife and I, Kathleen, we had a great time at the Scottish Malts. We have some other friends in the Porsche across the way that came. They had talked us into it to begin with, and we found a great group of people.
We had a bit of a problem with the brakes early on. It's twin servos, so the guys bypassed one servo. Fingers crossed, so far seems to be okay. And we've changed the ride slightly on it since the last event, and it handles far better than it did. And we skimmed around the kart track for a big car in quite a good pace. We were quite pleased.
Pauline, it's a great sight watching the Citroen going through the forest with the top down.
It is able to go up, but we never put it up.
It only goes up at night. That's all.
So do you think you've had a fair deal of attention from the French for your French car?
The French are incredibly interested in it, yes.
They've been tooting us all along the dual
motorway.
carriageway just outside of here. Everyone that went past, toot, toot, toot.
Just going for some more zeros.
Had a lot of fun today. The scenery today was lovely.
The junctions were fast and enough for my husband. He liked it very much.
I think the irregularities all day today were quite technical. This morning particularly caught us out.
Yeah, we should be pretty good at it by the time we get to Lisbon.
Stephen, Alex, it's going very, very well at the moment, isn't it? Still leading?
Yeah, we probably still are, yeah. But it's early days. What does it matter that we're still leading after day 3? Better than not.
Yeah. Alex, feeling any pressure whatsoever?
Not at the moment, except every single person you talk to only wants to talk about how you win it.
But suddenly we're the fount of all knowledge, apparently. Everybody keeps coming up saying, oh, can you answer these questions? Well, we haven't got a clue, but we're going to make up an answer.
Chris, this is your first long-distance classic rally. How's it been going?
Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, I was a little terrified that navigation is going to be difficult, was the car going to be reliable, but there's such a great bunch of people. It's a joy to be on.
John, you found a TC in the forest that quite a few other competitors didn't find, so how did you do that?
Can't understand it. You know, they've obviously got their heads down in their books and sailed straight past. I just happened to bring my head up at the right time, but my driver spotted it as well. Saw the little timing point down on the grass. Quite clear from my point of view. I don't understand why the others missed it. But the marshal came out of the hedge, took our time, and he said, "Thank God you stopped." He said, "I was beginning to think people were ignoring us."
Very, very competitive, you and Ian.
Extremely competitive. He's done a great job. He puts a lot of work into it, does Ian? And it makes my job a lot easier. Working with him in the car, though, is quite exciting because it gives me a lot to do, which keeps me right on my toes. No complacency. It's on the nail all the time with Ian.
How are you enjoying it so far?
Well, very much, because I am a petrol head. So when Keith Gap told me about the opportunity to be a sponsor to Hero, we immediately jumped on the opportunity. On being an official sponsor of the London to Lisbon, I mean, I could not have not taken part.
What a tremendous adventure. It has just been such a delight. We're seeing things and going places that, you know, you only dream of. The scenery has been magnificent. The cars, the people have been delightful. The Hero Rally has been awesome. Everything we had hoped it would be.
Had all the Pyrenean regularities up the hills, and normally I'm a driver, and sitting in the navigator seat with someone else in control was actually quite terrifying for me.
I know how I know how to feel when you drive.
They do something that you wouldn't do as a driver. You panic, like you go to hit the brakes, or if they don't accelerate when you would accelerate, you're like, come on, speed up.
How's Daniel getting on?
Oh, Dan's great. We have a really good connection, and we always have a good laugh. And earlier today, we were running 20 seconds early, and I just said, Dan, you're 20 seconds early. And he laughed and went, yeah, I know. He was enjoying the road too much. So then I just said, maybe you want to slow down a little bit. He went, oh, okay.
Stephen, you started the day with a 33-second lead. How do you think it's gone?
Well, I think we've fallen back, so let's hope we've still got a gap we don't know at the moment.
So a problem with the rear suspension and
Yeah.
hangers, I think?
Yeah, I can't really blame that. It's potentially a stopper, but that didn't give us the extra points that we got today. That was just me not being very good at stopping at the right place.
That now puts pressure on me, which is never good. I like being second.
They have a big lead though.
They do have
on
a
you.
huge lead. They have like 30, 40 seconds, so we've still got this. And if they plan it right, if they take time to plan it and maybe try and guess where controls are going to be, they can still win it. I'm still rooting for them.
Simon, we saw some massive efforts from you yesterday on all those downhill hairpins. I mean, how did you get round?
Oh, with great difficulty, to be honest. We have to 3-point turn every single one, forwards, backwards, and I think you saw the drop that was the other side of the front wheel was a long way. So you just have to take your time. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, it's a bit scary sometimes. Basically it took us 25 seconds per corner and the car is a minute behind us. It's so steep around the corner that the back wheel starts spinning sometimes. So then you have to slow down, take it easy. But all in all, we got to the bottom.
On the tests, on the racetracks, we see you trying very, very hard and going very fast in your Mercedes.
I got a birthday present from my children one day at the circuit. So I am trying to do what I learned that day. But you forget a lot. But I think it's very fun, yes.
How's it all holding together?
So far, okay.
You still managed to increase the lead. How did you do that?
I don't know. I suppose other people made more cuck-ups than we did. I really don't know. We didn't feel terribly good about how we did yesterday, but we managed to dodge the tractors and everything. So we had a bit of luck.
Maybe it's a new tweak for the suspension.
Absolutely, yeah. It's just a new design feature.
Jane, you're holding that great third place in London, Lisbon. Are you happy with your progress?
Yesterday, I didn't think we'd done so well in the morning, but by the end of the day, we were second best on the day. So I was very pleased with that. I thought we would drop down from third to fourth because there was only a few seconds between us and the Datsun. But the Datsun got a line penalty, so that was a 10-second penalty, so that helped our cause.
We've been having a good few days. As usual, it takes a little while for us to get back into the swing of things. We lost quite a few penalties on the first couple of days, but we're starting to climb up through our class positions. So looking to knock off the next one if we have a good day today.
Well, we haven't had a very good morning, but everybody else has sort of had a similar performance. We've got to get a minute back from the car ahead of us, so that's going to be difficult.
What went wrong this morning?
There was a very low change of speed in that last regularity, and we were 9 seconds early in this village where the speed was down at 21 kph, and so we got picked up 9 then, and then because all the sums went wrong, we were 10 late at the next one. We thought we were right, but we weren't.
It's a little bit different to the jog, isn't it? I put winter tyres on.
Oh dear.
Alex, a difficult day yesterday. You lost some time, really, for the first time in the event.
Yeah, we messed up a couple of the regularities on the speed tables. Really, nothing more than our own mistakes. But there you go. That's the way these things go, and it's a long event, and at some point you're gonna mess things up. So hopefully we can just get back on it today.
Still 3 days to go. Everything is possible for everybody. There are also very strong teams behind us, and everything will be very close tonight, I'm sure. It will be a huge battle for the next 2 or 3 days.
At the start, we couldn't get going. So the guys all turned up and worked on the distributor. 30 minutes or so took them. So anyway, we got it going. Alex drove like the wind, and we made up the 30 minutes.
Daniel, you're being accused of sabotage here. Are you sure you're not using your Swiss Army knife on this Healy?
It's still in the car. The knife is too big. You would see the sabotage.
Greg, you got cause for celebration this morning. What happened first reg?
4 zeros. We've never done it ever, so we're delighted. Yep.
Well, it could be going better as always, but we didn't have a bad day yesterday, so we're hoping for another one today.
Looks like it's some challenging regularities, but yeah, at this stage, just hope the car keeps going really. We're at the top of the world here, the highest point in Portugal, Portugal's ski resort, Tor.
You've got 5 minutes to have a look around up here, if you like.
People of Portugal love their rallying, don't they?
Yes, they do. We have quite good roads. Nowadays, majority of the roads are tarmac because in the past were forest roads. So for those old cars, these roads are very, very good for those regularity rallies.
Oh my gosh, there was this mammoth regularity with 8 timing points today and so many tricks and triangles that about halfway through I lost all sense of direction and timing.
You knew that you were looking for tricks because second last day they were going to use a lot of triangles and things to try to surprise us. So you've got to try and anticipate that, and then they will go and do something you didn't expect.
It felt like everything was going wrong, but we just stuck to our guns. I think we dropped 10 seconds on the whole regularity, which is really good until you hear how the chicks who are leading have done. I think they dropped 4.
Yeah, well, we're riding the luck. What we got it, we might as well go with it.
It's great fun, great fun. Particularly all the locals really appreciate, that we're around and they wave and cheer and they keep us going.
A bit bumpy for the car, and it's been 10 days on the road, so the wear and tear is starting to affect the car, and our spotlight just fell off, so we've just taped it up.
Three, 2, 1, go!
I learned that it's more than driving, more than navigation, it's also concentration, it's endurance, it's about being a team, keeping on going even if one is tired.
delighted, absolutely ecstatic. The marriage is still intact, the car's still intact. So what more could an old boy like me wish for?
Pictures everywhere. Am I ready, guys?
Well
done, guys.
London to Lisbon, 10 days is a long time to be concentrating, so we made a few mistakes, so we dropped down, but we managed to hold second, so we did quite well there.
Yeah.
Very pleased that we held it together, the car held it together, and we had loads of help from the mechanics, everybody, so yeah.
Don't forget the marshals.
The marshals, of course, yeah.
I am feeling so elated right now. This is my first ever podium finish.
Who would have thought that the first newcomer team, first time ever rallying together, would have such a great result? We're really happy to be here.
Well, it's just been a terrific event. Every day we could see where points could be won and points could be lost. Unfortunately, we kept losing the same points at the same time as other people did, but we had a great time trying.
A massive thank you to everybody else who took part. We had a great atmosphere this event. We really enjoyed it. It was a really good sort of sense of camaraderie, and it felt really good, not in any way competitive or